do think there was at least one friend who was concerned about our friendship changing. And the friendship does change a little bit. All the relationships change a little bit because time-wise, right? Especially because we have each other, we have a dog, and we have, a child.
Yes.
So that does impact your time.
Yes.
Right. And I'm still trying not to let it impact it too much. I'm not as available as before, I guess at all times, but I'm always still available. Like anyone is going to be able to get through to me at any time. And if there's anything serious going on, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I don't think that I have abandoned anyone. It's not my style, and it's never has been. Doesn't mean that it can't happen if something really major is going on with, a family member or you, that I have to, I have to say no to something on the outside. But, my friends are really important to me, and I know that they're very, I'm important to them as well. And I've seen that throughout the years. So I'm not going to abandon that. And I'm glad that I'm with somebody who understands that. And I wouldn't expect that from you either. But I do feel, it is harder maybe to get our schedules together.
Yes.
We still try.
Yes.
We don't just not try, So we know that we're still going to be there for each other. But it does change when you have to spread yourself a little bit thinner.
Right. Which is interesting because this is something that, when you were single, that you had to go through with your friends that were getting married or were in long-term relationships and weren't as available. And so, do you feel like they've given you the same amount of grace that you gave them?
Yes, I think we're older now, and there's just, and no one really has very young kids.
Right.
But even still, quite a few of my friends who had young kids, I was still there. Like I'm godmother several times to people. And so I helped them out. I was there. Their kids spent time with me. They spent the night with me and all of that. So we were able to still maintain a lot of it. Of course, it still changed, but we were still there for each other. It wasn't like these huge gaps where we didn't see or speak to each other. That was very rare that happened. It maybe happened with some people, but not the closest people. It really didn't. And then everyone's been pretty cool with me with this situation. I mean, maybe there wasn't as much, what's the word, excitement around the wedding that I had hoped, the journey to the wedding that I had hoped from some of my longer term friends. But when it came down to it, everybody was there for me, especially the day of and as it got closer. But no one really gave me a super hard time. I think now maybe some people may not ask me to do things as often because maybe they don't want to hear no,
Wow.
But what can I do? I just make sure that I'm still talking to them and hanging out with them as much as I can.
Yeah.